So in today's session, we will learn all the date functions, which will be used to convert the dates and creating dates and all related dates. Okay. We do have time intelligence functions also. That is some, we made it in a separate section. There you'll get a lot more advanced date related functions. But here we'll learn the basic functions related date. Okay. All the basic functions that relate to date that we'll learn over here in this date functions. These are very simple and very easy to learn. And then this already you can learn it in Power Query also. You have these all these options in Power Query. But in some cases, let us suppose that while you're using like okay, yeah, live connection or something else, that you don't have an option to change it in like you don't have an option to go it into Power Query or something else. Okay, data types, data formats, you don't have that thing. So what you can do is like, and sometimes while the go you want to make some changes, then you are, again you can't use Power Query or something else. So in that scenario, we use this dax functions, and then you can do whatever the changes and whatever the calculation that you need to do. Most of the times, every business is related to time. Every
Yes.
business is related to time. Everything, every Power BI is used to like okay, create insights for the business people. And again, every business is related to time. So everywhere there is a time. Based upon time, everything changes. So in every report, there is something at least at one point of time we'll have the date kind of things which they want to like okay check, like maybe how much sales for this month or how much sales, and then what is the trend between before in this sales, and then what is trend in profit or whatever it might be. Like you can show like since last 4 years it was moving this kind of things in a wave format or a line format or a tabular format or in a particular chart column format, column chart format, whatever it might be. So the date functions are more useful, and then this will be like maintained in all the projects.
Okay.
Let's go into like deep dive into like for today's concept, and I do have the same table. Okay, orders table. Every day we'll work upon this table. Okay, most of this times. Okay, this is our practice table because we do have a lot of things over here. Okay, so first of all, I do have a date things. Whenever we see a date, okay, obviously it shows a calendar kind of thing. Before that, it represents that is a date. I do have two dates. I hope so. Sales date and order date. But generally, what happens is while you're going to check in this particular date column, okay, what is that date? We may see a lot of repetitions.
Yes.
So a lot of repetitions and a lot of skipping of the dates. We do have this one, and then random. There is no random kind of things, and then so there is a lot of skipping of dates, and then we do have a lot of things and then repetitions. So what we do is every time when we have a table, uh, like which is having a lot of repetitions or a lot of missing dates or whatever it may be, what we'll do is we create a dimension table which is like okay date dimension which completely have a date. Okay, that date consists of all these dates which are having in this particular dates. We'll create a dimension table, and then we'll relate that table to here, which is obviously we know that dimension table does not have any repetitions. That table consists of only unique values. So with that unique values, we'll create a relationship with this order, whatever the date we have, and then we will use that dimension table dates to filter all this. Okay, to do whatever the action. That is the best way to get that one. Okay,
Okay.
just giving a small brief how we why we use date dimension. Why you can use this. Yes, we can use this, but the thing is to get the answers perfectly and then to get everything properly, we'll use a dimension table, and then based upon that, we'll do all the actions. Okay. Let us suppose that if I give this thing in a slicer, I'll have dates like this 17 July, and after that, it will be like this 12th December, and then like it will be in this order, or it may be like 7th July, and after that, 30th July, after that, something, something. A lot of dates will be missed over here. That should not look perfectly for the user. He wanted to see all the dates, and then from there you need to choose one of the dates. So in that case, or that is another case. So we use a date dimension to create like to show this mm, whatever the dates in particular format that we will discuss somewhat later when we finish the data modeling concept. Okay. Okay, but still okay. I'm just telling you why we need date dimension. Right now we'll create a date dimension, and then like we will use that, and afterwards when we have a chance, then we will use the dimension relationship, and then we will just filter that particular date this particular table also. At this instance, I just want to show you like, okay, a couple of things, like in while you can go to modeling or something else, and then you'll have a lot of things. You can create a new measure, you can create a quick measure, you can create a column, and then you can create a table. Okay. From here in the modeling, you can create all these things. Even you can right click and then you can create column and measure also. But if you want to create a table, you need to come to modeling tab and then you need to create a table from here. Okay. Just remember that one. And then coming to here, what is that? Okay. So let's learn what is this tax date functions. Okay. Calendar is a returns a table. It doesn't return anything. Okay. It returns a table when it is obvious. Whenever it is stated that it returns a table, then we can write this particular thing in a table only. Okay. Or else we can write it in a variable, but we can't write it directly into a measure. Okay. It returns a table. Measure is always a scalar value. It returns one single output. If we give a table in a scalar output, how can it show? Hope you understand. So, calendar obviously need to be in a like table. I mean, it need to be created with a table. Like whenever you want to use this, a table will be generated, so that we'll use it in a table. Like we'll create a new table and then we'll create this one. Before using this, I want to show you what exactly is this date. Returns a specified date in date time format. Like I don't have a date exactly. I want to show it in a date format. Then what you can do, use the date, and then first you need to give year, and then month, and then date. If you give in this format, it will show us in date format. Okay. First of all, I'll show you how we can make that. I'll create a measure. Okay, no need of this table. Okay, but still I'll create a measure, and then I'll take a hard code a date, and then I'll show you how it looks like. Okay.
Okay.
Every time you need to make sure that whenever you use the date, it should be in date format or date time format. Okay, that is form like type of that particular thing need to be mandated. Like it isn't, sometimes we'll get the date in text format, then it will be like difficult for us to convert again. Again, we need to make conversions, and then we need to use that. So date equal to date, and then like whatever things. First, you need to give the year.
Yeah.
I will 2021, comma, and then month. I want to give it 12th month, then comma. I want to give the date. Still. So I'll just create that one. So I'll get that in date time format. Okay. So come out here and then like get that one. Okay, and then date. Get the date in date time format.
Okay.
State the date time format. I didn't give any hours or something else, so I got this one. So when you get something, okay, you can even change the format of that things. Okay, I do have date time, these many formats. These many formats I do have. If I want to make it short date, I'll click over here, just over here for my things. I'll click on this, and then I'll click whatever format I need. I'll click on this, and then if I want like, okay, in this like this for the March of something else, so you'll get that in that format.
Okay.
So whenever, even if it is a column, if it is a measure, just click on that, and then you can change the format. If it related to that format, all the formats that is related to that particular format will show over. It's not like, okay, we made it in date time format, and if you want to make it into whole number, it doesn't happen. It should be in the date type only.
Okay.
And then we have all the other options in that particular format. Everything is in date time format. Okay.
Yes.
So date or date time formats. So these are common formats that people use. So we'll choose one of this. This is a normal format. So 14, 0, 12, 48, 12, 21. This is a normal format, short date format, and then we can use that. So right now it is in date format, right? You can see this.
Yes.
So every time we need to like, while ever you just click on this, you can see this. This is in this format, and this is a long date format.
Yes.
Okay, so that is one. So if you click that one, postal code, you can see this. This is a whole number. Then whenever you click this, you can see this. Okay, data format, and then you can see over here. There is no one category. Don't summarize. Okay, you don't do anything over here. That is something else. Okay, that will tell you like later. Okay.
Okay.
This is not related to date. Okay, so you can do these things over here.
Okay.
And then you have like date, time, and 3 formats. And then you can convert this into like these 2 formats. If you have a date, and you can convert it to date time format. Okay, that kind of things, but you can't convert into text or binary or decimal or something else.
Okay.
That's what. Just small brief. Maybe in some point of time you may need this. Okay.
No.
So I created a date using a raw date. So raw things I gave 2021 and 12 or something else, which is not a particular date, but using these values I created a date. So right now it is a date. So here are the numbers. Okay, there are separate things. Then using these 3 things I created a date. So this is just first general thing, and after that I want to create a new table, which is like, okay, I'll click over here, new table, and then I'll make a dim dimension table. This is how we create a dimension tables. Okay, that is very important in real time. Every time when you work, whatever the project is, first you need to do is you need to create a dimension table, date dimension, that we call dim date. Whatever you can call it as a calendar table, you can call it as a like, okay, whatever dates table, or you can call it as a dim date, or whatever it might be. Probably we'll call it as dim date because it is a dimension table, and that is a date table. So we'll call it as dim date. Usual words. Okay. Some people call it as calendar table.
Mhm. Okay.
But here I want to create a table which consists lot of dates. Okay. So what will be is like, okay, calendar. We do have 2 formats to create calendar. One is like calendar and one is a calendar auto. I'll go with calendar and tell you what is. So I want to give some date. If you have a date already in a column, then obviously you can give that, but still I don't have that. What I can do is like, I'll give a start date. Here we need to hard code dates because it was given like this. You need to hard code dates. You need to give a start date and end date.
Date. Okay.
So if you want to give a date, then obviously I need to write it in a date format, but I don't have that. So what I'll do, I'll use date.
Date.
Again,
Date.
like, okay, start date will be like 2020.
Yeah.
The month will be like
Prasad, one
January
second.
1 and January 1. Okay.
Prasad, 1 second.
Yeah.
Getting a call. సిస్టమ్ షిఫ్ట్ చేయడానికి వాళ్ళు కాల్ చేస్తున్నారు ఒక టీమ్ లీడర్.
ఓకే, షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తారా?
షిప్పింగ్ అడ్రస్ అడిగిండు.
మీ ఇంటికి పంపిస్తాను.
ఇచ్చేసిన కరీంనగర్ అడ్రస్.
ఓకే, నో ఇష్యూస్. కెన్ వి కంటిన్యూ?
1 సెకండ్. తను కాల్ చేస్తే మాట్లాడుతుంది, తను వినిపించట్లేదు. టెక్స్ట్ చేస్తున్నా.
టేక్ ఇట్.
యా చెప్పండి.
Okay, that's fine. And then like
Sorry.
date, yeah, no issues. And then like, okay, again, date, and then like, okay, this one. Then again, I want to make it like 2021. Okay, and then like I want to make it like 12th month and then 31st day. So I want to make it from January 1st, 2020 to December 2021. So okay, so I'll close that one and then click enter.
Okay.
I got this one, but I can't show it somewhere over here. So if I can take a table and then I can show it, but okay, I do have a data type. Okay, so data view is there. Okay, so we'll go ahead there and we'll see that what the code that has been written for this date. So I written this code and then I got the dates. You can see from 2021 I have the dates till 31st for 2021.
Yes.
Got this? Again, I
Yes.
want to, so okay, so here we do have a second function, calendar auto. It's very interesting kind of function. What it actually does is like, okay, we don't want to give a start date and end date. It will obviously take by its own from the table of hours. Okay, so let us see that what it does is it returns a table, the single column name and date that contains continuous set of dates. A range of dates is calculated automatically based upon the data in the table.
Okay.
Okay, so what I actually do is like, okay, it will, if I use calendar auto, what it does is like, okay, it will checks all our tables, remaining tables. I do have only one table. Okay, so if I create another table, like it will checks all the other tables, and then from all the other tables, what is the minimum date? If I have, like, let us suppose in this dates column, if I have dates from 2018 and then 2021, what it will do is like, okay, it will starts the calendar from January 1st of 2018 and then December 31st of 2020. Whether it might be, I have like dates from June 2018 to April 2021. But what it gives is like, okay, it will starts with January 1st, 2021 and then December of 2021, January of 2018 to 2021. So it automatically gives, we don't want to give any start date and end date. That is another function that we have. I'll just show you how we can create that. Create a new table. I'll make a calendar auto table. Auto is my table name and then like calendar auto. I'll use calendar auto. And then what we need to do is like, okay, I don't want to give anything. So I'll close this one.
Okay.
And then just check it out what it does. So you can see I do have dates in my order table. My order table. I do have dates from 2018. You can see this.
Yes.
I'll filter that. You can see from January 3rd, I do have 2000 like dates, and then till April 15th, I do have maybe some other dates also there. I'm not getting over here because it is limited over here. You will have a lot of things over here below. So, but I do have like, okay, starting from that year to here, even you can check it out like, okay, maybe ascending order. If I give descending order, then I'll get the dates. Start in descending order, so I'll get. So 30th December 2021, I have dates up to this. And then like in ascending order, if I give, I'll get it from starting. So 3rd January, I have dates. So I want to clear any filters, upload over here. Okay, clear shot. So again, normal. Okay, this is how you check while you go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then like again table and then like calendar. You can check it. Even though I have from the 3rd, but it obviously gives from the 1st of that particular year. Then if I have like even I do have like up to like April of this particular 2021, or maybe it will give to the end of that year. That is it's like or that is how it gives. Okay. Okay, and then like from here, like from this dim date, maybe I just want to make it like don't want to make it too lengthy. I took only 2 years for here, or else maybe for this only we'll do that, no issues. 2018, and then right now we'll do a lot of things based upon this date. So I created a date table. Right now from this date table, I want to create a lot of things. Okay, which may be useful later. Okay, how they will be useful, I'll just give you an example. First, we'll learn how to do the changes. So here, date difference. Before using this complex functions, date difference and date value, we'll use this. Okay, date, month, year, quarter, date, now go today, week and week number, and then lastly we'll come to this date difference. Okay. First of all, we'll go with the day. For example, what does it returns? A day of a month, a number from 1 to 31st. If I give a date, okay, it will give that what is the day of that particular month of the date. Okay, you'll be confused if I tell. Okay, what is the day of this particular day? First one.
First
01. And what is the day of this one?
11.
11. This is what I just need for each and every row of this particular row. I need a row, and then I need to show the date separately. Then we obviously will create a column.
Column. Yeah.
Yeah, for every row, if we want another row, then obviously we'll create a column.
Okay.
What should be that measure? Okay, I just want to make it as a day equal to day, and then what is the date that we want to give? This date. So I may have a lot of dates, so I just need to make sure that I need to get this from this table, calendar auto table lo nunchi, like I just need to get this particular date. So just click the date, and then you'll have a lot of things in the bottom. You'll have order state, you will have order start. What is that? And then you have calendar auto date. So I want to give this calendar auto date. So again, it will ask to give this dot date, dot dash, dot this. We don't use this kind of things. We'll use this later or later. Right now, at this instant, we don't want it. Okay.
Okay.
So just simply close this one. So every time while you give, you'll have this one, this in single quotes, maybe sometimes, and sometimes you don't need to give also this one. But just keep in mind that table will be in this format, and then column will be in the square brackets.
Okay.
This is the format to write a column. To take a column, you need to give the table and then the column. Even if you can write it also directly, but most of the times we'll click from this. Okay, you'll write something of that particular name, and then we'll get that, and then we'll click this. Okay.
Okay.
Enter. You get the dates for each and every month. You'll get the dates.
Yes.
Today, that particular date.
51.
So right now I just need a month. New column. I need a month. So obviously same kind of function, very similar to this. Okay, 1 month equal to, sorry, month. You can write anything. You can write some. That's not a problem. Table column name can be your own. But what we do is just to make sure that what is exactly is that. If you do, so if you give something else, we'll forget that. Okay, so we'll give it as a month, and then obviously month, and then like okay date. So give date, and obviously it will shows lot of dates, and then again we need like calendar auto date, because we are right now in calendar. Then we want to use this date, not any other date. Okay.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to give anything. I just close that one. Simple. You can see this month. For the first month, you'll get month, and then you can see for the second month, you'll get the second month. The same day. Okay. And right now I want to create a new column for year. Maybe quarter. Okay, let's make the quarter first. You know what is quarter, right? Every 3 months it comes into quarter. So for a year we will have 4 quarters. QUARTER quarter equal to QUARTER quarter. Come again into like date. Date, what is the date? Again, you'll have
Calendar.
And then like finish that. Quarter for every 3 months. For the first 3 months, you'll have like okay, for the first 3 months you'll have one, and the first 4 month it will show the second quarter.
Yeah.
4th to 6th, okay, it will be shown the second month, and then afterwards 6th month you'll have the third quarter.
Yes.
Third quarter. This is how you do it, and then like let's go into like create another column. That's like year.
Yeah.
YEAR. Okay, so year equal to like whatever that is like year. YEAR year. And then I want to give a date. So obviously again, so these are very simple. Like each and every type of functions will have some simple functions. Then afterwards it will goes to complex kind of things. And then utilization of these functions in other functions is more important.
Okay.
You never get simple this kind of functions, and then they'll ask, okay, show me what is the year or something else. You'll have a lot of complex things in the earlier. To make that things, you need to learn this basics.
Okay.
Going forward, like while we go like while we use the time intelligence functions or whatever it may be, you need to have all these basics. You can't do any that kind of things without these things. So these are building blocks of that particular time intelligent functions. Okay. Not only time intelligent functions, a lot of related dates you need to have these basics to do anything related dates. Okay, and then like a second thing that we want to learn is like okay, dates is finished, and then like we do have like weeks, week number, and then week name. A lot of things we do have. Okay, and then like we'll do that things. Okay, column. I'll show all these things at one time. Like once you've done all these things, like it's like okay, creating a dimension table. Okay, this is how you create a date dimension. Simply, we are trying to create a date dimension. That's it. Okay. And right now, I want to make it like week num. Week num. Weekday, week num. We have two functions. And week num. Okay, and then like date. I want to go with the date, calendar date. Then we have the like we don't want to give that, and then we have the second option, which is return time. That we will learn 1 minute later. Okay, just let me finish this. I don't. It is square in the square bracket. That means it's optional. We know not to give, but still, I'll tell you why we want to give. So this is week number. First week, second week, third week, and then we have 52 weeks and 52 to 53 weeks per year. Okay. So it will give like that. Okay. And then for the seventh date, what is that? Okay. It took 2 for the second 7 days. How many days will be in a day in a week? 7 days, right?
7.
But it took always up to 6 days only in this particular days. Do you know why? No. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll just do one other function and then I'll explain you why it is like this. Okay. I'll show you one other thing, then you can understand easily.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'll do is like, okay, I want to create weekday, and then weekday, and the first date, same date, every time, and auto. So weekday is nothing but okay, taking like okay, so what is the number of that particular day in that week? Okay, so right now you can't even understand what exactly it is telling. So I'll just make something as some other column and then I'll show you. Like I want to show what date it is exactly, what day it is, whether it is Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, or whatever it might be. I'll show you that, and then you can understand again. I'll just show you that one. Create another column, and then it's not day name or whatever it might be. I want to create that kind of name for that. So what I'll do is like okay, I'll make format. Here use format.
Okay.
And then like value, I want to give the date. So date, calendar date, and I don't want to do anything. And then like I want to give the format. My format will be like M, like not one, DDD. Okay, so you know like what is DDD, right? In the earlier class, I hope that we have been discussed, right? Not.
No.
In the text formats, we discussed about formats. No.
Yes, but not what is this DDD?
Yeah, I'll show you that. Okay, so
okay.
Format function is very useful function that makes anything possible over here. So just make this things like this. If you give DD, it will give the date of that particular date. What the date which have been given, it will give the date of that particular date in DD format, like 01, 02, and then after 10 it will give. If I give DDD,
it shows day.
It shows date in such a format, like okay, in the numeric format, in the letter format, Monday, Tuesday. Now if I give 4 days, what it will show? Complete name, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, complete full length of the name. So this is how it shows. And then if I give like okay, I've been explained, I hope so, but if I give like a DDMM, it will show that format, date and month. 01 date and 01 month. And then if we give like, okay, underscore YY,
VY.
then like it will give like that.
Yes.
Now we do have a lot of formats, and then if I will give M, triple M, then I'll get that in Jan, month, February, like that, Feb, Jan, Feb. You will get that like Jan, Feb. You can see this.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
And if we give 4 M's, obviously you'll get the complete. Completely. And if we give 4 Y's, then obviously you get that.
2018.
Yes, 2018. And if I give like 3 D's, then like
Monday, January.
This is how we want to like one thing that makes a lot of things. So I told you earlier, format is very great thing that it does a lot of things. So I don't want this. I want only this thing to learn what date it is.
Okay.
And then you can check it. This thing will be when use format. Obviously, it will be in text format. Even if you give DDA also, I'm taking only number. I'll get only numbers.
Okay.
I'll get only numbers, but this will be in the text format.
Okay.
It is number, but it is in the text format.
Text.
Okay? So you need to understand, like when you use format, obviously the result will be shown in text format only.
Okay.
That is the thing that you need, because that is why I told that one in text function.
Yes, I remember.
Okay. So every time and then like, okay. So as I told earlier in the text functions, I told like this is very good thing, and then there is a lot of things that we need to learn from this. So I got it. So what exactly this week number is calculating is like, okay, whenever it is Monday, it is taking a second date of that particular week. So it is taking second date of that particular week. So it is taking Sunday as one.
Yes.
Yep, you can understand. Sunday
Yes.
it is taken.
Sunday one.
So that is why every time, okay, we and the first of that particular week is on Monday. So obviously it is taking from it will calculate from the Sunday, and then obviously for the Saturday it will end that particular month and then week, and then it starts the second week from the Sunday. This is why it is showing only 6 days earlier. Okay.
Yes.
And to adjust this one, okay, what you can do is come over here into this particular function, and then like you have options over here, comma. Then one is for Sunday and one is for Monday. So you can give that. You can ask it to do that. What exactly does? So let us say that what exactly is this? So Saturday also one. Okay, so then again it taking as like, okay, Sunday as one. Then we'll give number 2. What it does, we'll check it out. And see this right now. We have 7 days in the week. Other point, right now, what it is taking? We have 7 days, right? 7
Yes.
days. So from the Monday it is taking like, okay, and then again you can see this here also. I just need to give that in 2, then only you'll get the result clearly. And here we do have 3 options. Okay, so every time you can check it out what exactly it is showing, like, okay, and then you can do that. So it is giving the option to select when you want to start the weekday, like whether you want to start with Sunday, whether you want to make it Monday, or whether it's right now you can see
Monday.
Like Monday is 1. And then like, okay, obviously Sunday is 7, and then we do have 7 days a week. Got the point?
Yes.
This is how we do that. And then after that, okay, I just want to create a month year column. Month year is a column which is useful when you don't have, okay, when you have a lot of months, and then by month if you want to show some sales. Using months, if you want to show some sales, okay, if you take the month in a particular column, then obviously I can show you that. I can show you an example right now. Just give me 1 minute. Let me create a relationship with this small things. Just I don't want to make it too clumsy. I want to make it like just a minute. Yeah, I don't want to make it too clumsy, but okay, how we'll give a relationship is just like that. Okay, just go to that particular, where is that? You can go to manage relationships also, but I want to make it from here. Okay, so orders table, and where is my order date? Yes, I do have order date. and I do have calendar auto, and I do have date over here. Just hold the date and take it up to that particular order date. When it is highlighted behind, you can see it was highlighted behind. Just release that on that particular date. Just wait for a couple of seconds, and then you'll get a relationship over here. Can you see this?
Okay. Yes.
And then one-to-many relationships, because this is unique values.
Mhm.
For every one value of, maybe here it will be like one value, but here it may be like couple of repetitions may be having.
Mhm.
And then you can make this kind of relationship over here from the relationships also. Manage relationships. You can see already I created a new relationship between orders table order date and then calendar auto date table, date column. This column has been connected with this column. And if you want to create new relationship, obviously you can go over here and then simply select the upper table, the table, okay, and then simply select the other table, and then you need to select the common columns, the date column, the order table. Here, why it is not showing it, there is already a relation between these columns. It is showing. Already we gave the relationship, so it doesn't take it. This is how we do the relationships, but right now I'm not doing. Okay. So once I give the relationship, then I can take this, use this in my model or in my. Okay, go ahead and then like. Yep, and then right now I just want to show something else. Maybe it is something new, but still just consider right now. I want to take some tables, and then like I want to take some months. Okay, what is that month? What is the month? Where is my month? Okay, I'll just take from this calendar. I'll go ahead and give the month, and then I want to show some sales. So why didn't get that exactly? When month of that particular, okay, month number. Okay, I'll just take it from here. Okay, so we'll have a hierarchy rather than taking this. Okay, so it should not be this way. It should be like, if I take it that thing in axis, then we'll have, okay. The month should be taken in axis, and the values need to be, the total sales or whatever it need to be taken in the values. So this will create a axis. Okay, so axis, in the axis you'll have 12 months, and okay, and then right now you can't even imagine like which year is that. Can you even, what has happened over here is like, okay, for all the 3 to 4 years, okay, it has been, okay, given the total sales for the total 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021.
21.
The 4 years, for the January month, it took the sales.
Okay.
So, but that is what
Total.
that we don't want to show. We want to show month wise. Month wise means it's not like, okay, for all the 4 years Januaries. It is like January of that particular year. Then you can give, then you can make something else, and then you can do that. I'll just show you like in metrics also. Then you can feel how these visuals look like. While they go, if you can practice this, that will be like more interesting for you. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just take this hierarchy over here, and then like, okay, and then like again, I'll just take the sales. So this metrics is obviously a hierarchical way where you can select like this, then it will be expanded. If you select like this, and then it will expand it, and you can see particular values of the particular month. The January is 14, then for month of February it is 4519. But if you click on, see like this, here it is 199492. It is very huge. Like it was already included January of this particular year, and then obviously here it comes like, okay, January of this particular year. Then it is 18 plus 14, and then again I'll go and explain that so that you can calculate how much it will be. Again, that quarter one in January 18, maybe, and then like come over here and then like check it out what it will be like. It is 43. 43 plus 18 plus 18 plus 14. It will be like all together will be like 90. You can calculate also. If you have a calculator, you can calculate right now. No issues. And that will be right. No issues. No need to calculate also, but still I'm just telling that. Okay. So metrics will obviously shows the data in hierarchical way. If you want to minimize that, everything will be minimized. Very simple thing. If you show that in a day in a date, okay, that will be very clumsy. I'll show you that. Okay, in a table format, if you want, oh, you can see this. very clumsy. 2018, quarter 1, January 3rd date, okay. Obviously it will show like that.
Okay.
We don't want to make like that, okay. So obviously we want in that scenario, we'll obviously most of the times we'll take metrics. In some cases, if they ask something to show, then obviously we'll go with that particular. That is something other cases in some other. But most of the time we'll show this kind of things because that to view or else to check something else, it will be more easy. Hope you understand why I'm telling. But here I don't want to see for each like this one. I want to see for each and every month. Okay. So what we can do is you can keep your obvious ways year slicer. If you give a slicer and then like you can check it out. Do you know what are the visuals and what these functions do, right? What slicer
Yes.
does and table does? If you are okay, then we can go. Or else again we need to have one session for this only visuals. If you have enough time, means if you are having time up to next fungal, then obviously we'll go very slowly, learning each and everything very slowly. Or else we'll make it in good pace. It's up to you.
Okay, we'll go through these visualizations also once.
Okay, like that we will do like in another session. Okay,
Okay.
simple thing. And then I hope you are having. Are you confirmed that they told you like to learn? Then until then they don't give you any task, right?
Yes.
If it is sure, then we will make it very slowly. We don't hurry, and then you can learn more things.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he said like just keep learning for 1 month, then we'll check with the client regarding the work.
Then obviously no need to worry. We have not only 2 weeks, we'll have 1 month, and then you can learn very briefly.
Okay.
And then we'll go in very slow pace. And then we can learn that. Okay.
Okay.
Don't be in a hurry. Like if you go in a slow place, obviously you can learn a lot of things. Even from the bookmarks and everything, we can learn like a session. Then at the same time, we'll learn the real-time scenarios.
Okay.
Okay, like for this instance, we'll learn these two things, and then we don't go in deep dive into this. Okay, we'll have this session for this slice visuals, and then afterwards we can use them. Okay. At this instance, just consider about these two things. But right now, I don't want to like show like this. I want to show in another format. Like I want to show all the months. Okay, all the months of and then in that way. So what we can do is like we can create a month year. Okay, month year column, and then from that you can filter this thing. How we can do, I'll go ahead over here, and then here we will create a month year column. How does it look like? New measure. Okay, I'm sorry, new measure. I need to create a new column. Sorry. Nope, I don't want to create a new measure. I want to create a new column. I want to create a new column. New column. Column. What is that exactly? It's like month year. What does it look like? Format. Can you assist me how to do that particular month year? Month and year. Only month and year. Month slice year. Month middle score year. I just need that kind of. Can you help me how to do that?
Yes.
Okay. How?
Month and year. Comma. Okay. YY.
I'll have month for each and every month. Okay, I'll give the month and the year. Both the things will come. So you can right now like filter with this thing. So every month. So 2000 like it is not like only third month. It is like third month of 2018, and then we'll have third month of 2019 also. That is separate thing. So right with this thing we can filter that. Okay. So what we do, you go there, and rather than all these things, what I'll do, I'll give the month. Sorry, there is the month here. Okay, not this visual. I'm sorry, I made it wrong. This visual, I'll give you that one only. Okay, then like I'll come to this visual. Like every time while you do something, you need to make sure that which visual you are. Right now we are in this visual. Earlier
Yes.
I was in this visual. So again here month. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to give this month here. You can see. What is that?
So
Yep. Okay. So, and then every time, okay, I want to create this, okay, and then what I want to do is like I want to show, oh, where is the data labels? Okay. So I got the data labels, and then I want to create more here, and then like, yep, 2011 or something else. It was taken, and then so what I do is, yep, I'll filter that with. Not in the ascending order of this one. I want to create okay, short. So 2012, 21. Okay, so ascending order or descending order, whatever it might be. So ascending order, this one, ascending order. Yeah, what I'm trying to do that. Okay, just I'll tell you again. Okay, so I'm trying to make it like from the beginning of the 2018 or first month of 2018 and the first month of 2019 or whatever it might be. So in that manner, I'm trying to do that. Okay, short. So first month of 2018 is it is 14K. Okay. Okay, and then like you can do a lot of things. Okay, short like. Yep. Okay, and then what we are able to see this. Okay, see that. Then right now, what I've been done is like I shorted this one. Okay, maybe if I explain this, if you can see this, you are able to see this.
yes.
Yep. Okay, but still, okay, no need to worry. We'll check the data over here. And right now, for the month of January, it is like
14.
let me make this thing attached. 14 2. You can see this 14. It was like okay, group to like rounded to K
14.
thousands, and then like you can see this. This is like 5K, like 14.5 is like okay, obviously rounded to 5K. And then like here you can see this the third month of this 15K. So for every each and every month we got this things. Okay. Again you can scroll it and like have up to this particular date. This is how it looks like. And then there are a lot of sorting orders, and then like earlier it was like sorted by total sales. So wherever the highest sales is there, okay, lowest sales or highest sales, it was scrutinized in that manner. And at that time this may be like scrambled, like months will be scrambled. We may not know, like in some months it will be like as per the total sales it was like shown ascending order.
Yes.
It was shown, but I want to show it like in this order, like from January 1st of January of 2018, February of 2001. Okay, in that manner if you want to do that, then obviously will come sort axis. And here it was like sorted with total sales. I don't want to sort with total sales. I want to sort with month and year. Then obviously by month and year you will get that. Okay, again, that sorting option that we will see later more detail into that. But right now you have just to know what I've been done right now. I'm just trying to tell this. Okay, hope you understood. So this is how we can create, like using something a format over here or something else, using this date formats, we'll get the appropriate answers, or else you don't get the appropriate answers. A lot of times people do these things and then leave over there, and then they feel like okay, this is for monthly, but real time that is not monthly. That is like for the same month or for all the years.
Okay.
So then we obviously will get the errors, and then we feel like we are getting some data. We don't know what is exactly the data. Then we don't check that one, okay, into matrix or something else, into measure into something else. Then we'll go ahead and then after some days that will be come back to us, and then they'll tell you have been done error. Then we don't even know what have been done there. You need to spend a lot of time to check what you have been done there. And after a lot of choose research, then only you'll get to know. But if you can understand in the earlier time, then obviously you can make it very easily, and then you'll get a lot of appraisals. Only thing is, if you can give a report or if you can give something to your project manager without getting back it, that is more awesome. That they'll feel like okay, you're perfect. And then not all the times it happens. In Power BI, a lot of times it can come back to us, and then we need to make it. Yeah, that is every time we feel to do that, but still it will come back definitely. No need to worry about that, but still I'm telling. When we can make that, that is more happy thing. But still, in Power BI, every time you'll get back, and again, every time you'll send again one more other option, and then again it will come back. That manual.
Okay.
Okay, that is
Acha.
yeah, that is thing that we can do, and then afterwards, if you need something to show like any text format or something else, that we can do in some other earlier future days that we can do, and then what we can do with these things, I'll let you with these things. Okay, so I got. Do you know SQL? Are you good at SQL?
No.
No, right?
No.
Okay, so like what we can do, I just need sales for weekdays. Weekdays. So you can tell them like, okay, whenever the weekday is obviously from 1 to 5, then I just need to calculate the sales. So obviously we'll get the sales for these days.
Okay.
So in that way we can filter that. So when we do this column, then obviously we can tell the measure to calculate sales only for this particular days until 1 to 5. Okay, I'll write a small measure to calculate the sales for weekdays, only for weekdays. And I'll calculate sales for total days, and I'll calculate sales for only weekends. And then we'll compare that whether we are getting right or not. Just to show you how these functions will be useful in real time. Okay? So don't get confused. So we need total sales, but not for all the days, for only weekdays, for only working days. For every week, we need to get only for the weekdays, and we don't want to calculate for the weekends because I might have a lot of sales in weekends. I want to calculate it separately. Maybe I want to show it in somewhere else. So we'll just calculate that one and we'll show you. Very simple things, but get to know. Okay. I'll create a small measure for you. You can create a measure at any time. Measure is universe. You can create measure over here, over here, over here, or anywhere. But while you create a column, you need to create in that particular table only. You need to click on that particular table and then you can create a column. But measure is universe. You can use measure anywhere. You can create measure anywhere also. You can click on calendar auto and then you can create a measure based upon these values, order by order.
Okay.
What I'll do is like, okay, sales of. I'm trying to habituate you to write the measures also simultaneously while you learn this. If I don't tell like these measures parallelly, then you will forget all these. That's why I'm trying to. Okay, sales of. Okay, weekdays
Weekdays.
is equal to. I'll use some other things that you don't consider about that. Only thing is like, okay, what I'm writing is true. I use calculate. Okay, you don't think that what is calculate or whatever things. I'll use the total sales which have been created. Already I created the total sales. Total sales is like sum of sales, you know.
Yes.
Total sales. Okay, if I do go back and total sales is nothing but okay, where is that? Yeah, you know, right? Yesterday we have been done this. Total sales is like calculate sales. You know that or not? Okay, I'll go back. The total sales is sum of order sales. I do have lot of sales over here. What is that order table? I do have lot of sales. Where is that? I do have lot of sales for different dates. These are sales, the sales amount, and then like for different dates, I do have lot of sales. Okay, so I don't know what on what day what has happened, how much sales is there, but I want to calculate that. Okay, so where is that? There is the measure that is being created right now. What is the measure name that we're given?
Sales of weekday.
Yeah, sales of weekdays. Okay. Sales of weekdays. So I calculate that and then I want to give that. Okay. So what I can give right now is like, okay, I want to compare with that particular column, which is like week number or weekday. So I do have a weekday column, and that should be like less than or equal to
5.
So why I given that weekday should be less than or equal to 5. Okay.
Yes.
So in calculate function, what you do is like, okay, I'll just give you a small brief. We'll give an expression and we'll give a filter. Okay. We can give unlimited filters over here, but only thing is like we'll give a expression, or expression means a measure or a calculation, whatever it might be. Okay, whatever the calculation that you want to do, that will give you the expression. Okay, so this is what expression, and I filtered the data. So whole data I don't want to take. I want to take whenever the calendar week is less than 5. So what is the calendar day? Weekdays. So what is the weekday over here? Weekday is this one. It tells like what is the day of that particular week. Okay, so the one means Monday, 2 means Tuesday, 3 means Wednesday. Every time it repeats the same. So I want the sales only from Monday to Friday. So it should be like less than or equal to 5. If it is less than or equal to 5, then all these 5 days will come, right?
Yes.
Got the point or got the logic? Or still I need
Yes, I understood.
Okay, so is the weekdays less than or equal to 5 means all these 5 days.
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. That's what we calculated. And then what I'll do is I'll take a couple of cards over here to show you all the details. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take this measure over here, weekday sales, and then I want to show it in such a way that data table is not none. Okay, none. So I'll get the complete data, complete number. Okay, so this is weekday sales, and okay, I want to copy this, Control C, Control V, and Control V. Okay, and I just want to show it like this, and then here. So all these 3 things. So this is weekdays, and then I want to calculate sales for weekends. So I'll create new measure. You might feel like, okay, I am having only these things because just I made it filtered with this thing. Yeah, okay, so I'll just okay, come again. Every time you do something, okay, obviously you lose these things. Okay, so any measure can be written anywhere, so no need to worry. You click on this particular table only. You can create anywhere. Okay, so or else you can go to modeling and you can click that one also. So sales weekends.
Weekdays.
So weekends. Okay, weekends.
Okay.
Weekends, like not the weekdays. Weekends we want to calculate. So obviously calculate the total sales. I want to use that expression which was already used. It doesn't mean like simply write. You can write it even sum of sales. Sum of sales. Directly you can ask this to calculate the sum of all the sales. Okay.
Or total.
For that particular things. Rather than using every time, what I do is I already use the same. If this calculation I've been written in total sales, then using that measure. Hope you understand why I'm using total.
Yes.
So rather than the calculation, rather than using 2 functions or something else, I wrote that sum of sales in other measure and using that measure anywhere. That is how we use that generally. So what you can do is like calendar week number. What is that? Weekday, right? Weekday or week number?
Week number.
No,
Weekdays.
week number is like okay, completely 52 weeks. That one. Weekday is like okay. That week. If you have any doubt, you can go ahead into the table and then you can see the column name and you can come again over here. Okay. So it should be what if you want to get weekends means what we need to give. Obviously, it should be greater than 5.
Yes.
If it is greater than 5 means it should be 6 or 7.
6 or 7, yeah.
Means Saturday, Sunday. So this is logic. How to build the logic. If you think in this way, then you get the answers. And if you feel like okay means for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday means if you get the second one, the Sunday, Monday things. If you want to filter with that, then obviously you need to write should be equal to Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, and you need to like lengthy code.
Yes.
Even you can do that also. You can do that one also. If you want to get the sales for only Monday, then you can give that one also. Use the second next column where you have all these days, Monday, Tuesday things. But while you use a group of things, then obviously you go with number that is easy.
Yes.
So because you can give greater than Monday, greater than 5, you can give that, but you can't give that greater than Friday. It doesn't understand what is exactly that.
Yes.
So this is what, and then you'll get that measure also, and then like. And then like I want to use this where is this? So in this particular part I want to use that. I don't want to use this one. I want to use that something like week ends. So this is weekends.
For
And
weekends.
here I don't want to see this one. I want to see the total sales. So let me compare that one. There is the total sales. So this is the weekdays and the
Okay.
weekends and the total sales. You can club this and then you can get the answers.
Okay.
Add this to, you'll get the answer. So these are the logic that you can do. Even you can do a lot of things like if you want to do sales, I want to get my sales, and then I need to have an option, like I need to give an option to my user to get the sales for a particular month or particular year. So what I'll do is like, okay, I'll just create a table, not like this. I want to show it in a visual like this. Okay. I'm trying to explore with the visuals so that you'll understand more easily. Okay, and then I want to take some axis, calendar, and then we want to make it like, okay. Right now I'll give month. Okay, so for all the months it is calculating. I'm not taking month yet, but I am taking month. So for all the years I'm getting. What I can do is here, if that is a case, even I can give the month year also, not an issue. Here, okay, can go and I'll just give it that example later. Okay, first of all, I'll take a slicer, and then I'll filter the year then here. I'll take the year and then give it the slicer. So I'll get all the years from this. I don't want to show like this. I want to show it in the list format. So I'll get the years. If I click 2018, obviously it will shows the only sales for that particular 2008 only. Okay, you'll get the sales for only 2008 only. Don't get the sales for anything else. I'll just show you the same thing. Okay, Control C, Control V. Okay, I'll show this in another format so that you can understand how it looks like. For the month, okay, of this particular thing, okay, you'll have 14. I have earlier seen that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll show the data labels also so that you can have more data labels, and then here also data labels. Data labels, nothing but okay, the measure of that particular calculation.
Yeah.
Total count, so that it will be more easy for us to
Understand.
Yeah, here also you can see this.
14. Yeah.
So this is what. Okay, so fantastic things, and then okay, so if you want to like calculate for 2019, then you can filter this, obviously that things will be filtered. This is how you do generally, like giving an option to the user, okay, giving an option to the user to select by his own for which values you want to see. Means if you give this, okay, obviously user will select from here, and then he can choose for which year he want to get the data. This is another option. Okay.
Okay.
Do this kind of things, and then people ask, and then we do have another option to filter this without this. Okay, that is hard coding the particular visual, like particular things. If you have a lot of days and if you want to show only particular year, if you hard code that, we don't want to, like even the user also can change, but not very regularly, very frequently. Then obviously what we'll do, I just don't delete this one. We have the filter pane. There you can get the year. And like these are things that we'll learn more like later. Just for example, I'm just showing you 2008. You get the data of 2000. You can close that, simple, and that will be like remains same.
Okay.
Just remember, the user can see only this canvas page, white page, and this filter pane, not all the other selection pane, bookmarks, these visuals, this one, upper one, this left one. User can't see anything.
Okay.
And when you publish this, user can see only this part. I'll show you what part he can see. Okay. Just a minute. Only this part. You can see the filters also.
Yes.
This is the part. Okay, just remember, you can't see all these things. You can see only these things.
Okay.
Sometimes you can see the pages also. Sorry. Okay, you can see the
Yeah,
page names also. Okay.
Okay.
Even we can hide the pages. If we hide the pages will be remained, but he can't see the page
He
names.
can't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, this is how we show the data, and then we left with a few date functions. Okay, they're like e-date, e-month, and date difference. Okay, that is like bit, you need to first of all get these things, and then if I tell, that will be like more easy for you to understand. If I take it more lengthy, then you will forget all these things. Just create a date dimension table. What I told today,
Okay.
create a date dimension which looks like this. Okay, date dimension with all these things. Then you can create a lot of things. Obviously, you can create, okay, you have been created a month year. I want to create day month, like Monday and January, Monday hyphen January, and then you can create Q1. I got 1 1 to 1 2 like this, but I want to create Q1 Q2, Q1 Q2. How you can create? You can create a lot of formats. The same time you can create using text functions also. We learned text function. Then right now
Yes.
you add this thing and the Q, and then you can create that one. You can get it from the format also. You can get the Q1, Q2, Q3 kind of things from the format also. But what we do is right now we'll create it using the text function which we have been learned yesterday. That one also you can do. That's not an issue. What you can do that, like, okay, QY and like Q. I just want to give that like that. Then what you can do, you can concatenate. Okay, what is the first text?
Text 1 and
2. I want to show 2. And space and this one. Then I want to give that particular second column. What is that column? QUAR. Quarter column is there. Calendar quarter. So see Q1, 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 Q2, Q2. Okay. Every quarter it will show. But if you want to show that quarter 1, quarter 2, if you give these numbers, okay, it doesn't look very pretty, not good. So while you want to use this in a column or in a visual, then obviously we want to make it more beautiful. Then obviously we'll do this. If you want to delete the space, obviously you can delete the space and then it will look Q3, Q4. That looks very good. Very good. Why I made this? Just I'll show you one example. Don't mind that I may every time I'm coming back and extending the time, but still just for this. So if I give the quarter, okay, and then where is the quarter? You can see I do have 4 quarters and doesn't look very pretty.
Yes.
Can I give that same slicer again? I come again and then Q now. You can see this. That's pretty. While rather than this is good. This is how you can make it, like using something. Okay, everyone can do this, but okay, creating more understandable or more impressive visuals is more important. That is what I expect. And then if you do this, again it will come back. No, here what Lahari, this thing is not so pretty good. So can you please make it like first quarter or second quarter, something like that? Then again you need to do that. In the earlier time also, if you do that and if you send them, they'll feel like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
These kind of things that you need to make while the go only. No need to come again and then do that. While you do that only, you do that.
Okay.
While the beginning only you do that. That kind of things, that lot of things that we can do. While we go, if you have more time, then we can check with lot of concepts. If you have limited time, just you gave me a good news that we do have a lot of time, then we can learn a lot of things, and then most probably I hope that you learn everything in Power BI.
Okay.
Okay, but today we'll stop over here. Just let me stop the recording.